And they said Hal was going to be the best, so I had to go ahead and watch him. And every time he came out, I went and watched him. You know, they practiced out there after school. And I knew he was going to be good because he had a little something I didn't see in the rest of them.
I was 11 years old, and a fellow here in town, James Collins, took me to Monterey and Vivian, and we played 18 holes, and we finished, and I said, I want to play again, so we went 18 more holes walking, and we finished, and then I said, let's go again. So we played all day long, played 54 holes that day, and I was beat red when I got home and the whole works, but I was hooked from the very beginning.
When he was 14, 15 years old, he was shooting 65, 66, 67 and stuff like that, and playing with a lot of older guys than he was and beating them. And I felt like he had the ability to play. The family give up a tremendous amount. All my two daughters and my wife went somewhere every week or every other week with him throughout the United States, all over the United States.
In the summertime, we were going to a golf tournament to facilitate Hal. It wasn't to take care of something my sister, some of their needs. So they gave up a lot. You know, by the same token, I lost my childhood in it too. You know, I mean, I was asked to be a man at an early age, basically. That was what my dad used to tell me all the time. I want you to be a man as a kid, basically. I want you to think like a man. And I tried really hard, but I didn't get to be a kid sometimes, you know.
I said, if you're going to play golf and you're going to do this, you're going to do this in earnest. It's 8 hours a day, 6 days a week. That's your job.
He told me quite often what I was failing at. And it was really hard to take for a long time. He said some things that really hurt my feelings, you know, but he made me grow up in a hurry, I will say that. I was ahead of my time mentally as a 23-year-old, but as I got to be 27, 28, 29 years old, I was looking for something else.
He would always set goals. I mean, every year he would have, you know, different goals that he wanted to achieve. He wanted to win the U.S. Amateur, and he won the U.S. Amateur. He wanted to win, you know, we went out on tour. He wanted to be Rookie of the Year. He would, you know, he would set goals for himself, and he very seldom faltered from it.
This is a man you'll be seeing a lot of in the future, Hal Sutton, age 25.
I was so naive, I didn't even know what I was doing, to be quite honest with you. You know, it came much easier than I thought it was going to come.
He's won the PGA.
Almost to the point that I thought, well, these guys aren't nearly as good as maybe everybody thinks they are. And looking back, I might have had a different kind of career if that hadn't come as early. You know, if I'd had to have worked harder to reach that level, I might have appreciated it more.
Might Sutton be the next Jack Nicklaus? Well, he has the look of a champion.
They put so much on him. They call him the next Jack Nicklaus. They put so much, I mean, I think they put too much on him.
You know what, Hal? I said, you know, I think you think your career's over with, and I think you would like to crawl in a hole and go somewhere, but, you know, that won't ever happen. You can't crawl in a hole and hide from this, because everybody knows how good you was.
We knew he was embarrassed and down, and there was not anything we could really do.
Wasn't that nice? And hey, I hurt too. I mean, I really hurt, because the most thing that I heard about it was I couldn't help him. I couldn't look at him and tell him what was wrong.
I think it was a loss of focus. I think I became interested in other things besides golf. Maybe I wasn't putting as much into golf as I should have, so I wasn't getting anything out of it. And consequently, I was wanting to run from something that I wasn't doing very well at. And when you're out there, the focus is on you, the spotlight is on you, and when you're not doing well, everybody's reminding you of it. And I was kind of running from it, to be quite honest.
Everybody wanted to fix Hal Sutton. Everybody wanted to fix the next Jack Nicklaus. It didn't happen, I'm sorry. Hal Sutton fixed Hal Sutton.
I thought, my gracious, he's, whew, those blue eyes and his blonde hair. I thought, who is that? He is gorgeous. Because he asked me what I did, and I said, well, I'm going to start teaching preschool in the 1st of August. And I said, no, and what do you do for a living? And he said, well, I play golf. And I said, well, I know, but what do you do? What is your job? Like, what do you do every day? And he said, well, that's what I do. And I was like, oh, gosh. He plays golf. Well, I didn't know anything about professional golf, so I thought, oh, he plays golf all day. Well, that's an ambitious husband, father. Oh, gosh.
Oh, my goodness. That's, I think, the biggest thing that turned his life around is having a child. Come here. Come here.
He takes, you know, hands-on approach to the kids. He doesn't just, you know, y'all are cute, yeah, la, la, la. He feeds them, he changes them, he bathes them.
I look at everything much differently than I ever have after having children. It always seemed like I was looking for something in my life. You know, it was like my life never felt complete to me. And the search was on to find what was going to make my life complete. And I didn't think it was golf because I'd been playing golf for a long time. And I think having a family and children was what I was looking for, and I think that's maybe what turned it around.
It's the greatest moment in my golfing life. And Ben Hogan played the best golf of his life from 40 to 45. I think Hal Sutton can be the best player in the world right now.
Sutton, you're on fire. He might be the best in the world right now. They say Tiger Woods. Well, hey, Tiger, he have his own deal.
I always knew that if I'd set my mind to it and I could be relaxed and comfortable with it, I had the game to do some of the things I've done the last few years.
Now, he has the mindset. He'll settle down, and those little dark spots in his mind, they're all gone now. And that make my job a little harder too, because when he comes out focused all the time, I have to be focused too, because he'll know if I'm not focused. He'll know, believe me. He'll tell me too.
I've said many times that I've been to hell as far as golf is concerned. I tell Freddie that every day. I said, you know, sometimes I'm going to be tough and I'm going to be very demanding, but at the same time, I don't want to go where I've been.
I mean, it's really hard to describe in some words that how fine a person he really is. And he really hasn't changed any. I mean, he still treats everyone the same.
Hal was the best player I've coached with the greatest potential and has reached that potential. But he's also probably the finest young man I dealt with.
He's not arrogant, he's very humble. You couldn't have a nicer guy as far as I'm concerned.
I love Hal Sutton. He's like a brother to me.
What would you want to say to him on this night?
I'd just say, Hal, we love you because you're Hal, not because of any other reason. You're just special because you're you. The past never changes. We have so many wonderful memories as a family growing up and traveling around and going to golf tournaments. We kind of gave our lives to it too for many years, and we wouldn't change that for anything. He's just real special.
He's the gentle giant in my life because everything he does through sincerity. And that's so important to me and my wife as a family. Because our family is everything to us.
I feel like I hope I got 4 or 5 more good years left in me, and then I'm going to slow down a little bit and enjoy the kids.